Yeah, I don't know what these buttons do, but I don't think I want to start. Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
Cabin fever, irritability brought on from anxiety and restlessness due to your current boundaries. So, what better solution to that than a passport and an airline ticket? So this is a little story about a trip, and the trip, when you take a trip outside your current comfort zone and boundaries, how that can often turn into be a very memorable leg in life's journey. I missed the first 18 years of my son's life, and those formative years of a young man's life raises a lot of questions in the absence of a key figure that go unanswered. And that all kind of accumulates. It gets stuffed in a bottle, and the cork gets put on that bottle, and it gets put on a shelf, and then just sits there and kind of ferments over time. So, fast forward 2005, Justin and I been back together, back in touch with each other for a couple of years, and he's 21 now, and we're hanging out and catching up. You know, this doesn't all happen overnight. We're catching up a little piece at a time, getting to know each other. And but the first time we really had a chance to spend just dedicated one-on-one time for an extended period of time together was we put together this trip for 10 days to Eastern Europe. And I was already over there. I was in Eastern Europe for a period of time, or in Europe, and so he was going to come over and meet me. First time he'd been on an airplane, first time he'd been out of the country, so a lot of excitement putting this trip together. It was a great time to be in that part of the world. Fall of communism. It was about 10 years after the Bosnian War, so just everywhere we traveled through there, there was just this energy in the air of great hope, the entrepreneurial spirit, and they were just so excited to have anybody there that was interested in visiting their part of the world and seeing what it really was, not everything you saw in the news. And they were just so gracious hosts. It was just unbelievable. So this whole trip had all the elements of a great travel adventure. Getting lost, getting, you know, the great little spontaneous, unexpected treasures you find when you're lost and you're trying to find your way back, often the greatest parts of the trip. Adventurous dining when you really don't understand the menu. And then there's always the tension that builds, you know, when you're traveling with somebody, when you're kind of tired of smelling each other's gas and dirty socks. So there's just all kinds of stories of this trip. But really our goal, the last day we were there, the last evening, our last destination before we had to start heading back and start making our way back home, was the city in northeastern Hungary called Eger. And the reason we were heading there was out of the guidebook. We were noting this area. Eger's known for a lot of things, very rich in history in Hungary. Very rich in history, but a very turbulent history just through all of Europe. The Turkish Empire, the Ottoman Empire, they've been ransacked and beat down and rose back up many times. This was the most recent version, of course, fall of communism. But this region, one of the things that had persisted through the years is this area known as the Valley of Beautiful Women. Now, what could two single guys 6,000 miles from home be looking for in a place like this? But it's none of that. Whatever you're thinking, it's not that. I did some research, and it really wasn't clear how they came up with that name, but it's basically the Napa Valley of Hungary. Very known for wine, and one of those is bull's blood red, and it was part of their history. It was like 150 guys took on 1,000 Turks, and they won because they were drinking this red wine, and they had these scary red beards because they were drinking wine and spilling it, and they won. So that's so noteworthy. So again, the last evening there, and we come into Eger, and it's about 60,000 people, but it just had this really small village feel. And part of it is when you get on the train, and the train, again, they're trying to put things back together, and the train it doesn't look like it did. It's still from the 1940s, 1950s. And we get off at the train station. Again, this is a city of 60,000 people, and the train station hasn't changed since 19.